I needed that. Iron Maiden, second time seeing them, and they were amazing. Wow, phenomenal, phenomenal. Like there is no other way to describe it. They were phenomenal. The entire show was just a glorified, wonderful, insane time loop into the insanity that is Iron Maiden's career, and it was great. Okay, first up, they played a lot of songs, obviously from the new albums and stuff, and somewhere in time, because it's very time based. But it was good because they played probably most of the more hits, but not the big ones. They didn't play Power Slave, they didn't play Numbers of the Beast, but they played the more time ones, like the Trooper. They played that, and I was like, yeah. They played Alexander the Great, which was amazing. You know, Writing on the Wall. They played so many fantastic songs, but that fit that vibe of time travel and just insanity, and I really liked that. Yeah, okay, I would have loved to send Power Slave because that does fit into that, but yeah. We got to hear Summer in Time. We got to hear so many great ones, and I'll put up the photos that I took because for the most part they had every single one kind of like a bookmark of what song they were playing. Fear in the Dark was phenomenal. Death of the Celts, I believe it was amazing as well. So obviously they played newer stuff, but they also went back and played some older stuff, and their entire setup from lighting to special effects to just fun, imagination, and just insanity was on point. On point. No issues whatsoever. They like through a song. They had Eddie come out with a gun and he starts firing it at Bruce, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe some like little weird lasers. No, it was an explosive. It was an explosive. I've got the footage. It will be playing now. And then Bruce comes in with his own little gun and it was great. And then before they came back and did a part two, basically, they had a giant Samurai Eddie come out just out of nowhere, which is perfect. I mean, they did that last time I saw him live in 2016. They did the same thing with Eddie running around trying to get the band made. So that wasn't too out of left field for me, at least. But it was fun. It was amazing. It was wow. And the band has not lost its energy. There's veracity. There's just insanity, and there's age there, but in a good way. And they even would say, they'd be like, look, not bad for some old bastards, eh? And they're right, they were amazing. And I've noticed from seeing Black Sabbath live and like Alice Cooper and stuff, they still put on a good show. These oldies still put on a show that make you go, age is just a number. Who gives a shit? These guys are rocking out more than any other ones, because the first band we saw was Killswitch Engage, right? And they were fun. You know, I'm not the biggest Killswitch Engage fan. I do like their songs, and they did end it with the Ronnie James Dio cover that they did all those years back. So I was happy to hear that, because I'm like, any Ronnie James Dio, and they did a really good cover. That's probably when I really started to go back more into their newer stuff. I enjoyed their older stuff growing up, but then when the newer stuff came out, I was like, yeah, I need to see more of this. Killswitch Engage was fantastic, really fun, really energetic. They only did a 45-minute set, but that makes sense when you consider that Iron Maiden pretty much did a 2-hour set. Yeah, 2-hour sets. Not bad for these old bastards, eh? Gotta say, like, I really, really enjoyed it. And if you ever get a chance to see Iron Maiden live, you're gonna get something beautiful, wonderful, fun, energetic, crazy, awesome, no problems whatsoever. No mosh pit though, which, fair. I wasn't too far to the front, so I didn't really see much of a mosh pit, which is fine. I was probably tired anyway. But yeah, I gotta say, I rocked out. Freaking love it. My back's hurting as always. And yeah, let's go into what they had. They had a lot of, they had like 3 or 4 different merch booths, and I'm not gonna jump around buying it because some of their stuff was okay priced and some of their stuff was terribly priced. But I'll tell you what I did get. I got this, the Australian Iron Maiden tour, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, Zombie Shark and Eddie, which I thought was really nice. They actually had that on one of the t-shirts. Cool. Probably not as cool as the Anzac one they had, or the Anzac, I think it was Anzac. Whatever one they had last time was pretty good too. But pretty solid. So I bought that, and I obviously bought the hat, which is obviously the Future Past World Tour. Really nice embossment, and Eddie's right there. So, like, of course I was going to buy this. There's no way in hell I'm not going to buy this. I thought this was fantastic. And then I got 2 shirts. because I have to get at least 2 shirts, especially from a big band that I love like this. And they had some really good shirts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at all. Like their art is just perfect. So that's one of them, which is the art of my favorite album cover and probably my favorite album. Very Christine, very obviously badass, you know, space cowboy sort of deal. And then the back one, yeah, really good stuff. They had patches too, but I've got so many Iron Maiden patches. It was like 30 for 3, and I'm like, that's kind of a good deal, but I just couldn't really do it. I had to prioritize because they had some pretty cool stuff, so I had to prioritize. I mean, they had a jacket there for $160, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm a big Maiden fan, but no, I'm not paying $160. Like, I probably paid under $200 just from all of this I got. If I just bought that white arm for $160, nah, I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth. But I did get my money's worth because it was amazing. And they had some really good ones too. So this is the Japanese one, obviously Senjutsu, which is amazing. I got it because it looks fantastic. But they did have a Roman one as well, which I thought was really good as well. And then, yeah. And that was basically the head on the back of this is what they showed made bigger and stuff. So, yeah, I really like that one. Really good stuff there. Gonna wear that to work tomorrow. And then they got these. These are really cool. These are really, really cool. I saw this and I'm like, I need to get it. It's a scarf. It's a scarf. It's an Iron Maiden scarf, right? So that's one end. Right? And then you've got the other end, which you'll hopefully be able to see where it's like that. That was actually pretty well priced considering how good it is, and then you can just wear it. Oh, darling, I'm such a Maiden fan. Yes. And it's stuck on the back of my hat. But yeah, this is awesome. This is probably the best scarf I have. Probably the only scarf I have. But hey, I don't care. It is a 10 out of 10. Overall, I can't stress enough how good Iron Maiden was. And as somebody who saw them before, and while I think the before one had more classical songs, I think this is a good... As somebody who saw them the first time, as a second time, it doesn't feel like a do-over. It feels like they're doing something different with, obviously, songs that they know that the fans will enjoy. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I was blown away. It was fun. We had fires. We had giant beasts, which is why I like to... Which I get reminded of Alice Cooper, because when Alice Cooper came to town, he did the same thing. Big, extravagant special effects, giant people in puppeteering, whole lot of crazy stuff, really good stuff in the end. And yeah, honestly, no issues whatsoever. If you're a fan, if you're an Iron Maiden fan, if you're a heavy metal fan, if you just want to have a good time and experience something different, check out Iron Maiden on any tour that they give you, any tour. Because even though they're not bad for some old guys, they are getting old. And the fact that I can say I saw them twice, I think is a really good thing. And also, I will say this. If you're having a bad time, they ended it with the best ending, which was Monty Python's Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Everybody on their way out was, as everybody, you know, after a band, everyone's like, everybody was like that at first, and the song starts playing, and we're like, always look on the bright side of life. Everybody was doing it. As we're walking out, you had people at the top going, do, 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 and everyone was just like, yeah. So it was a good stuff. It was a really good, energetic ending to the day that I had, and I loved it. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Check them out, up the irons, and have a good day. So, in the end, I'm Aussie Viking. I shall see you all in Valhalla. You're awesome, you're amazing, and you are loved, and you have got this. I'll see you next time. Always look on the bright side.